sir.
Quincy Thompson. With the sit down, episode 10. We live at the sit down, episode 10. Quincy Thompson, Big Blood Spud.
Yeah, what that love?
Goddamn it, shout out to the man that keep the lights on, pay all the bills. My guy Big. It's episode 10. Let's go, Mavs, bring it home.
Yes, sir.
Bronson, let's pull it together. Luca. Quincy, what's the name of the song?
Called Play Me.
Play Me. That's what you heard in the background. By our guest, Quincy Thompson. Entrepreneur, songwriter, executive song producer.
Some of everything.
Some of everything. Intelligent man. Episode 10. Live at the sit down, man.
Yeah, Dallas and Phoenix 48-49.
Who up?
Phoenix by 1.
Yeah.
Phoenix 49. I was writing music, you are a songwriter.
Yes, sir. I mean, I've been writing for as long as I can remember, bro. I came from, I won't say I'm from the old school, but I came from a different time, than it is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when we used to get CDs, we used to open them up and read the credits. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I came from that time when you used to go through and look at it, and I just was always fascinated with who wrote the song versus like who was singing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who wrote this?
Cause
Who
that's
made
definitely a big difference.
it? Yeah. So it always been that thing with me.
Got us start.
Yeah.
She say, she was writing for Mariah Carey and, you know what I'm saying? And she say, she wrote for somebody and they introduced her to Mariah Carey. Saying Mariah Carey took her under the wings, gave her somewhere to stay, and
Dang.
you know what I'm saying, showed her the business as an artist. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. And then she saying then that herself was able to take off.
Right. Yeah. That's what's up.
So what I want to know is, why do most people like myself, I assume the same thing, that the person who's singing the song actually wrote the song? Why do people assume that?
I don't know, bro. It's a thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess because they singing it, because they rapping it.
So by you being a songwriter, do you give it the melody as well, or do you just write the lyrics to the song?
I mean, me personally, because I know it's two. Like I say, it's two. You can do one or two things. You can just write the lyrics, and they can come up with their own, what they call a top line. Pretty much is that main melody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But me personally, I write the whole thing.
Like for instance, another songwriter that I always been intrigued by, because I never knew that he wrote a lot of Wayne songs. Gilly the Kid.
Oh yeah, Gilly, yeah.
I never even knew who Gilly the Kid was.
Yeah.
I've been knowing who Wayne was since the beginning of time, since
Right.
the first Hot Boys album, but
Right.
I never knew who Gilly was. And
Yeah.
kind of find out he wrote a lot of Wayne, one Carter
On the
one.
Carter, yeah, that, yeah.
And that shit fucked me up.
Right, yeah, when you find, like, it's always like that. It's like, to me, like, when you get the business side of it, like, when you see whoever can deliver that hit, bro, like, it's just what it is. It don't take away from, like, a lot of people was making a lot of things by Drake, like, oh,
Right.
he don't be right. Bruh, but they ain't gonna be able to deliver it like he can, see what I'm saying? So he can take that idea and make it better, see what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't just like ghostwriter and all
And
that
then,
type of.
and then a lot of the songs that they were saying they was ghostwriting. They was really just the shit wasn't even the same lyrics.
It was.
It'd have a
It
few
was garbage.
words, yeah,
It was
had a few
garbage.
words
Like
out
I
of the
heard
song.
a couple of them. They were like, yeah. And then when he did what he did on it, took it to that next level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
He just paid them for what I did. That's what I look.
that's all.
Business wise, what percentage do a songwriter usually get for a song?
Like that, it differ. Like it's just different. That's what you gotta do. Them splits. I said splits. Them splits in them negotiations, cause like everybody's situation different. And like right now, the songwriter like association, like right now they going against the government right now, and Spotify too. a lot of people don't even know, but yeah, they've been paying the songwriters the same thing since like 1960 something, bro. And it's like 2020, and they still trying to give.
And what you talking about? They royalties?
Well, like the percentage wise, like on even streaming, like Spotify suing songwriters, but songwriters is the reason why Spotify in business. See what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a whole big old battle. Record labels, they don't want to pay songwriters. They'll pay a producer, like producer get their money, and then they get a point. Songwriter, how it work for songwriters is, bro, like you write the song for their album, and you hope that it make it on their album. Because if it don't, then yeah, you probably ain't finna see no money. And then the way streaming work, when somebody's album come out, 3 to 6 months before you even see some money, sometimes a year. It just depends on who you set up with.
So I keep hearing about this point system. What's the point system?
Like a certain percentage of somebody album or sale. Like a producer, like I said, producers. I just actually heard this story the other day. Because from the beginning of the time, record labels really been taking advantage of people.
Right.
And don't nobody be reading that big ass book of a contract. You know, who gonna sit there and be reading? But pretty much like this producer back in the day was like, you know, he was looking at the situation like, I'm making y'all all this money, bro. Can y'all at least give me a point? You know, so pretty much let me get 10% of this every time somebody buy it.
Yeah.
You know, like let me get something. I'm making y'all these millions. So it was his bright idea to do that. Unfortunately, didn't no songwriter do the same thing. So now they like trying to make it to where, okay, we both need to get it. Because like without the songwriter, bro, you don't got no song. You just got a beat, you know?
Right.
Like, and that's equally as important, but most of the time, bro, you remember that song. Like you remember them words. Ain't nobody out here. You know, nigga, they singing that song.
And even with that, you can always change the beat to the song to match the vocals.
Exactly. So, you know, but it's like, yeah, so that's what we fight for, because I'm a songwriter.
Right. And that's what's so unique about the songwriter, because y'all a lot of times write the song before y'all even heard a melody or the beat or anything.
Yeah.
Y'all just write whatever pop up.
You can do it any way. Like you can do it like that, or you can hear that and just take a beat and just make it into something. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that ain't easy, bro. Like people think, it ain't easy.
So elaborate on some of the projects you was involved in, or you done been a part of so far.
Right. So I mean, like I done wrote. Well, I mean, like I got a lot of songs, of course. Like we done pitched to like Chris Brown and all these people. Of course, I mean, obviously they ain't take the song or whatever. But just recently, I got 2 songs on Netflix. That's probably like my biggest accomplishment.
Right.
And like I'm really hard on myself, so at one point I was just like, I mean, that really ain't nothing, you know. But at the same time, it kind of is, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
a
like,
major
you know,
streaming platform.
Shit, who else can say that?
right? Especially where
big
I come
platform.
from. So I'm like, that nigga, like pat yourself on the back, give yourself something. So, and how that happened was crazy, because like I just had got randomly hit up, you know, because I guess, you know, just been on the grind, putting out stuff, doing stuff, and then dude just hit me up, was like, hey, I'm working on this series on Netflix, can you write a song to this? And then wrote the next one, then boom, before you know it, like a year later it was on Netflix, and I had forgot about it till I went to look the dude up. You know, I was like, damn, I wonder did it even come out? And then I went, and it was out, you know what I'm saying? Then I went to YouTube, because, you know, you can find everything on YouTube. When I went on YouTube, like, the whole series had been going on. Nigga, they up here asking who wrote the song. I'm like,
show is it?
It's called, what's it called? The Great Pretender. It's an anime.
Okay.
Okay.
And see, I wouldn't even, like, my kids and stuff, they into anime. I used to ignore it, but then I started watching. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, this alright. You know?
And they use a lot of underground music.
They do.
too.
You know what I'm saying? So I had a whole fan base and didn't even know it. I didn't even really honestly like the song like that. Man, I went to go. They over there arguing over the song, talking about, you know, when the part 2 coming out, and I just love this song, and I'm like, dang, like
And they probably in a whole different country.
yeah. All of them, all over the world. I'm like, damn, I'm over here touching people, and I didn't even like the song. So it's like that'd be a crazy thing too about songs, because like the songs I be writing, bro, that I actually like, when I give it to an artist, something they be like, I don't know about this, you know, but and then it'd be ones that I don't like. Then they be like, oh, this is the best thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, so you never know, bro. You just gotta write it, put it out.
Uniqueness sell for some reason.
Yeah.
Something that somebody ain't never heard before, ain't never heard it in this way.
It's
intriguing for some reason. It usually sell.
Yeah, it's different, bro. It's like,
and one more time for
The Great Pretender.
The Great Pretender.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So how did you go about
Japanese right there? Japanese anime.
So when you found out that your music was being played in the series, how did you go about tracking your finances down to make?
Oh, it was already done beforehand.
Cause he paid you up front.
No, well, he paid me to do it, but see, a lot of another thing too. I'm glad you asked that question because I like to put information out there because a lot of people don't know. Like you get in this industry, they get caught up in want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? But you don't get paid. See what I'm saying? You gotta take care of the business side of things. So me being a writer, I got a pro performance rights organization. They pretty much find your money for you.
Right.
Them ASCAP, BMI. So whenever you got a song, anytime your song, this is another thing people are supposed to know. Anytime your song play out loud, you're supposed to get paid for that.
Right.
Unless it's like in your car, you done bought a CD, you done downloaded the album.
What's the word that is called that is tracking?
Streaming.
Say the word. It's not streaming. It's called something else. That when you log in to BMI, it's like a wave. It's
well, I mean, it's a lot of your SRC code. It's a lot of.
It's a lot, yo.
Yeah, it's a lot of different ways.
When it pop up.
But yeah, so. Like because he already with one, I'm with one, so we did our splits in the contract. Like that's already solidified. So that's how I had just got a random ASCAP check, and I'm like, that's where it came from. And that mug kept coming. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough
to be like yes.
It was enough. If that mug was $5, nigga, I was crunk because
you got that.
I signed up for ASCAP a long time ago. You know, before I even started writing songs professionally, and I ain't have nothing. You know, I never got a check. So to get one from actually work I did, I was like, yeah, that's what's up. So you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just literally put out a song or wrote a song and then got paid for it. So
right. So yeah, I know that experience was live. Just I don't care what the number is. Man, I need it. Especially you gotta pay to start ASCAP. I think it's $25.
Yeah, so it's like you paid for the here I am 10 years and went by and I ain't never got an ASCAP check. Ever. I think I put out something. I put out a song and then it streamed, but streaming wasn't really big then. This was for the whole social media boom. So you had to really be somebody. So I would always see somebody was streaming it, but the streams was so little that ASCAP never gave you a check. It's like if it don't go over $100, then you ain't gonna get no check for it.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna. So then after that, they sent them. I was like, oh yeah.
So do you prefer to write songs or do you prefer to perform your own songs that you write? What do you prefer to do?
It's a combination of both. But as of now, writing songs is the thing. But I've been lately. Been itching to get back to my own stuff because I'm an artist at the end of the day. So,
right,
ain't nothing like going on stage or hitting that stage. So I'm that's why I'm gonna get back to them.
Yeah. I asked that because I know a lot of people do songs who was that NWA cat that used to write everybody's songs but play behind the scenes?
He from West Dallas.
DOC. There you go. Yeah. And most people don't even know that he wrote a lot of Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Eazy-E songs, and he ain't even had no voice for the longest.
Yeah.
I forget what happened to his voice.
He had a
car wreck.
Yeah. One night, late at night. Yeah, situation and it damaged his throat.
Yeah, shout out to West Dallas, DOC,
yes, sir. Yes, sir, legend.
So tell us. I remember you telling us about you moving to Hollywood. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, I went to LA. You know what I'm saying pursue. You know what I'm saying pursue.
For them that don't know, where you from?
Oh, I'm from West Dallas.
West Dallas. Yeah. Shout out to the Will.
To be exact, home of Bunny and Clyde.
Home of Bunny and Clyde.
Nah, but I moved from the West to the West. Really to just take it on head first, bro. Go out there and really do it, cause I'm if this is what I want to do, this is where I gotta go. So I went out there and I had a pretty eye-opening experience. I saw how, you know, things really were, you know what I'm saying? Which was cool. Definitely was a learning experience. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I don't regret it. Yeah.
Did you did you experience what was one of your first experience moving to Hollywood? Do you remember?
One of my first experiences, like, one of my first experiences, like the homeless community. I was like,
The Skid Row.
bruh, I was like, what? Like, cause you know, I'm from Dallas. Like, we got our homeless situation downtown, normally like by the library. That's where it's like the thick of it is. Like, it's a lot of people. Yeah, Skid Row, bro.
It's times 10.
Bro, they got community like on the street. It's like nothing but tents and grocery baskets. Like, they got a whole community. It's like
thousands,
bro. It's like apartments.
Thousands.
It's like apartments, bro. Like, it's bad. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, what is going on, bro? And it's like they don't care. You know, like, but now, like, I heard that they putting programs in place. They trying to build like apartment complexes for. They're trying to build it for them now. But when I went, bro, I was like, yeah. They was like, don't go to Skid Row. Everybody used to tell me that every time I meet somebody, don't go to Skid Row or don't go down there at night. Of course, I drove past there at night, but yeah, it's like. It be crazy, like Hollywood stars be in there, bro. Like, they be, you know, when they career over with, they just be on drugs and down there. I heard it was one famous person that got stuck down there. She was doing drugs or something and ended up living down there. I was like, yeah, it was crazy. But that homeless situation, they had the biggest, like, they had to have probably like 200,000 homeless people down there, bro. Like,
God damn.
That's a
yeah,
city.
bro. Yeah, like that's a small town in
That's
Texas.
a small town.
That's a town in Texas. That's how many people were. I ain't exaggerating, bro. I was like, what, nigga? Like, and then when I went on Hollywood Boulevard, like, that was crazy too, because it was like the same thing. Like, I saw celebrities, bro, that I grew up watching. Like, they was homeless, bro, on the street. Yeah, that's when it hit me. I'm like, okay, nigga, this ain't what I thought it was, you know?
Read that, go back to motherfuckers reading contracts.
Yeah, bro, it's like
they don't know nothing about.
Yeah, just getting juped out their money, bro.
Jelly roll.
Used and spit out, bro.
Peter Road and Jelly Road.
I was like, sheesh. And it's like, but it's the hustle though. Like, it's like, that's the one thing I do love about California. You gotta be on it. Like, you come here for it. Like, even the people on Hollywood.
But
Boulevard,
that's why all them people on them drugs out there like that, because they guys
you gotta be
constantly
up.
stay.
Like, when I used to be in the studio, like when I go to the studio, yeah, them boys don't go to sleep. That's what I was like. That's why when I went out there, my work ethic went up, because I was like, dang, like they ain't going to sleep.
They ain't going to
So
sleep.
when I came back here, I was ahead. When I came back, I was like, cause yeah, y'all don't work like that here.
We sipping lean out here. And
Yeah, we chill.
Smoke full of weed.
It's a whole business, and they running like a business. Like, you got to, bro. Like, but you know, that's why I was like, when I came back, I was just like feeding as much information to everybody I knew that was doing music. I was like, bro, yeah, we can't do this like that. They don't go to sleep. Like, they ain't sleeping at all,
that's
bro.
That's why they get the credit in the amount of
success
clout that
it's
they
like,
get.
yeah, because they putting in that time. You know what I'm saying? We here, you know, because we on a smaller scale, we don't get to see that. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
And two, that's why that now that you said that, I'm pretty sure Atlanta in a degree is the same way.
Oh yeah. Because I went out there too. Same thing.
It's the
They
same.
working like they work ethic is different because it's popping. You know what I'm saying? We more so looking at it from the outside, and it ain't really going on here. So we like, you know. But when you go around it to like the front stage in the big boy league, and you see how they operate, then it's like, okay, this is what I gotta do.
How long you ended up staying in Hollywood?
I didn't actually live in Hollywood. I lived in L.A. I stayed in San Pedro too. So probably like altogether maybe probably 5-6 years.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I was out there. Yeah, because I went and I came. I was going back and forth first, and then I actually moved, and I came back. Then I moved again. So
would you move back?
Would I move back? Oh yeah, if I had the money, I would. But it ain't. Just not to be biased, but Dallas is like, you know,
Ain't no city like that.
Yeah, it's like, you know, this is home, bro. Like you know, I can go like LA my second home though.
Yeah.
Like I can live out there if I was, you know, $20 million.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, with $20 million and I stayed in Dallas, that'd be way better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, that type of house.
Dallas turning into Cali though.
Yeah, it slowly,
but
and this where they come. This where California people, New York, everybody come.
When they come to retire and rest, everybody come to Texas.
Yeah, everybody come here. So
that's why everything going up right now.
Yeah,
because everybody coming to Texas.
That's why.
My thing is now I heard somebody else say this. I can't think of their name, man, but I'm quoting them. Just don't turn Texas into where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep our guns.
That's like telling them if somebody from Mexico don't be Mexican.
Yeah, but
kind of sort of, but yeah, it's like, you know, like
yeah, but let us stay our way though.
Right.
Let us stay the same. We want to keep our laws by the way it is. You know what I'm saying? People coming from out of town and. No, I'm saying I ain't used to everybody being able to carry.
It's a different lifestyle. One thing I can say about staying in Texas is a wide open state.
Yeah.
So everything is like in your face. You disrespect, you get checked.
Mm-hmm. Then that's too. When I went to California, like, I didn't feel that southern hospitality. Like they were rude. I'm talking about like niggas want to say excuse me,
very territorial,
bump you. I'm like, man,
Texas ain't really territorial like that. Despite niggas being from what hood they from.
Right.
For instance, Houston, they could talk all that H-Town, North Side, South Side shit they want in Houston that they want to. When it come down for putting on for H-Town, all that shit cease for 15, 30 minutes while they camera roll.
Right.
Nah, for real.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether in Cali, we can't go on Pyro Street, then go on Slauson, and then do this over here and on Figaro, and then do this on Skid Row. Somebody, it's gonna be a misunderstanding.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, cause I had a couple of. I'm like,
I was finna ask you that.
Yeah, like but they weren't really bad, but you know, it just was like I think one time I was at a gas station, and you know, like I'm from where I'm from. I'm actually from I'm from Fish Trap. I'm from the red side. Like I you know, a lot of my family from the blue side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You 212 Pyro.
Yeah, so
shout out to Fish Trap.
A lot of my family from, you know, Rupa side, so it's like it ain't no one, you know, like I don't play no both sides and nothing like that.
When you grew up,
it's all family. But you know, like so I had came I went to the gas station. This dude,
this in Cali,
yeah, California. I had on red, and he was just like on some. He was like, you ain't from here, huh? I was like, nah. You know, like, cause I already knew what time it was. I'm like, dude, like, you know, where we from, like. You know, like we don't just really go around. It ain't no gang, like they gang bang, but it ain't no gang. I realized that when I went to California.
I was
this
like,
shit,
gang,
like this is a for real thing. Like I was like, okay, you know, like okay. So then another time I was like, I had on blue, and I'm like, it was just different time. Like that one once I had came to Compton. The first time I ever came to Compton. I was like, I'm definitely finna leave this mud. Like soon as I had got out the car, I'm talking about I guess I looked like I wasn't from there. Them niggas, everybody was like,
where you from, cuz?
I'm like, yeah, let me
holler at you,
let me get up out there. But California cool in the mud. Like you talking about like just scenery, bro, like scenery and just getting away, like just being somewhere like just kind of like mind blowing, like the ocean, like nigga, that I'm already fascinated with the world anyway.
Water,
so it's like then you looking at that's the actual ocean. The beach is an ocean out there.
We from where it ain't no ocean.
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about like you just looking to endless water, bro. Like that's going to the other side of the world,
to
like,
a whole nother country,
bro.
By the
like
time that we in a country,
nigga. That's the craziest thing. I'm like, what in the world, bro? That was a lot of water, bro. Like. That was a whole lot of water.
The sand is different.
Everything.
The birds
water
is different.
clear. Yeah, it's just like, you know. So, that's cool, man.
That shit crazy that you say that, cuz for them being from Cali and for especially LA, and for them to go through the gang culture they went through, they sure get a check a bag together.
Man.
It's like how Suge Knight was who he was affiliated with, but was able to break bread with all these Crip niggas.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? That's kind of
it showed it can be.
It can be
with
done.
the right person. It can be
It can
done.
be done. Yeah.
yeah.
It can.
See, but then that's why they corrupted the death row like they did, because it can be done. You know what I'm saying? That's why they did the Black Panthers the way they did.
Yeah,
Because it can be done. The disciples.
Black Panthers, they fucked up the Black Panthers within the organization.
Yeah, that's how
But,
you start any organization. You start
when
from
they see
within.
when they
With
see
the
they
Crips, they built a whole nother organization to kind of go against them.
when they see it unite, it's scary, man. Like it's scary. So them boys try to break it. They try to break it up.
How do you feel about the way music going and how it's going through the streams? Like you said, you grew up in an era where you had to pop the CD open and
Yeah, you had to go buy it physically. It's different, bro. Like honestly, like it's getting better, but like I don't know. I just don't know about it, bro, because like everybody want to do it, you know.
How did that affect you as a songwriter though?
As a songwriter, like I mean, not too bad, honestly, because like I created my own little big artist overseas. He had like they did like the X Factor over there.
Yeah.
He was the host for that. I did a couple of his songs. So that was like another big thing. MTV Russia. So that was like a big thing for me. That's like probably the first thing I did. That was the first
That's checking a different type of bag when you get in that overseas bag.
Yeah,
it is.
And it's all right, bro. Like,
and then you ain't gotta worry about it as much as the shit to come with the fame.
Exactly. Like, cause don't nobody know. It's like you can get paid and don't nobody know who you is. Like that's cool for me, you know. And then like I was about to go over there. They was gonna fly me over there twice before COVID. They bring all the top songwriters, right? So Timbaland. He was there. This dude named James Fauntleroy.
I think I heard of him.
You heard his name because he done wrote like almost every song that you probably ever heard of. I'll tell you some songs that he wrote. And this dude named LaShawn Daniels, R.I.P. to LaShawn Daniels. He's like one of the best songwriters ever. He wrote You Rock My World for Michael Jackson. He wrote One Wish for Ray J. Brandy.
Is that not no disrespect? That's the one that passed away from like it was like from like was it so?
You Down for Chris Brown. He wrote a whole lot for Rihanna, bro. He wrote for Chris.
She's a songwriter as well. Too.
Yeah,
she wrote a few people's songs too.
Yeah, he wrote like a lot of. He wrote these dudes wrote probably almost every song they be coming on the radio.
I ain't know how big of a songwriter Dream was.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You talking about one of the Put a Ring on it.
You know who else a good ass songwriter? Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yeah, he most definitely.
Yeah.
He matter of fact he Confessions that was him.
That was
his
story.
That was just Usher was just singing it. So that's another thing too with the music industry, like how people just signed. They was like, yeah, bro, you got to say you this age. What? You know, like, yeah, you go because we going towards this demographic, so we gotta say you got to be younger. And I'm like, dude, like they already gonna like me, period. You know, like not like that. I'm saying like, but they already gonna like what they like because you know, like even if they young girls, high school girls, like they. You know, like it ain't no different from Trey Songz, Chris Brown.
They all love the boys,
you know, so
men when they was doing that.
Exactly. So why I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I'm right around the same age as them. So why would I say I'm younger? You know, like no. You know, that's so I had problems with that. You know, but it's just like it just was. You got to be this character when the camera come on, and I'm not that kind of person. But I can't. That's a character, you know. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, they winning though. Boy, they win. They even on TikTok, bro. On TikTok, they getting millions, bro. Like. You know, and people just be, you know, like so fascinated with, especially like these white kids, bro. Like
all they do is lip. All they doing is lip hosting.
I ain't gonna need lie to you, bro. I could sit down in the restroom
and just be going through
and just go through my YouTube shorts and be sitting there till my legs go numb. Type shit.
Yeah.
I done watched about 50 videos in 20 minutes.
And everybody gotta send a video down there.
It's like it's crazy, bro. It's just I don't know. It's so much to come with it.
Right. She writes. Movies.
Yeah, and she direct. Yeah, she a director.
What's the name of
Callie Baines Productions. Yeah, you can find. She got matter of fact, she got a film coming out at the end of the year, called Cream. I did the music for that, but she directed that and wrote the whole thing by herself.
Wow.
In December,
Yeah.
y'all on the
Yeah.
thing with
That,
you?
and what platform is coming on?
It's gonna be on Tubi. It's gonna be on Amazon Prime. And
Y'all look out for Cream.
the curse, bro. Like it shut a lot of stuff down, but it opened a lot of stuff up. So you're just taking
COVID
advantage.
bought me a lot of time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody
That what
had
COVID
time.
did
That's
for
what I
me.
told everybody. Like all my music people, like all them record labels, all them people you trying to get to. You got time because they got time. You know,
Shit,
like
I was working the whole pandemic, bro. Thank God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was blessed.
yeah,
Because it was a lot of shit, millions of people that can't say the same.
bruh.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But I was blessed to be able to work the whole pandemic, and I ain't been out of work since the pandemic.
That's
To
what's
be
up.
honest with you, G.
that's what's up.
So bring it back to the.
And in the square, in the Fish Trap Square, you know what I'm saying? That's where everything happened, and my back porch faced the square.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could see everything, you know what I'm saying? We had the ice street truck, you know what I'm saying, down the street, you know what I'm saying, down the sidewalk. Then we had one in the front of us, you know what I'm saying? My street, South Street, it wasn't as live as everybody else's street, you know what I'm saying? My street was where you can let your kids play it.
Right. Like a village, like you literally, like you could get a whooping by somebody that wasn't your mama, and they wouldn't
Right.
be tripping because you shouldn't have been doing that. You shouldn't have
Man,
been
y'all
around here.
one of the smaller sides of Dallas too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Y'all in East Dallas.
Yeah, we little. Yeah, we little.
Well, East Dallas got two sides. They don't count. But
Yeah.
yeah, West
But
Dallas-
even though both sides still smiling the bitch,
yeah,
though.
it is. You're right about that. You is right about that.
But yeah,
Um,
it was like, I think like another thing too, we didn't even really realize how dangerous it was.
The West Dallas was I don't know if anybody listening remember the No Limit days.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how West Dallas, like, you know what I'm saying? That was the theme of West Dallas, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? The No Limit days. It was just live like this, how crunk the music was and
Right.
shit like that's how the neighborhood was, man.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad y'all still here. How y'all feel about
Oh man, come on, man. It's like we
They
didn't
want
gave
them-
y'all some sympathy. Y'all, this how y'all doing to
Yeah.
people, bro.
they want them folks to get a gun and fight.
I was like, bruh, but it's like just Russia, bro. Like, cause I mean, we've been hearing about Putin, bro. Like, yeah, somebody need to do something with him,
Putin
like,
cutthroat like
yeah,
a
cause it's
motherfucker.
like we've been knowing about,
Many billions of dollars,
bro.
and so many weapons.
It's like,
I mean, but
dude,
see-
We aid war.
Hey, but then shit,
I think it's cool for people that like suffer from.
Of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever.
United States gonna try to hold up like they always do. Talk like you got the right to. Just,
You literally blaming Trump for what happened at the
I mean,
yeah, Trump was fine. Everybody that told him no.
yeah, he wasn't taking it. He straight up.
yeah, man. Ain't picky about it. Man,
They was like featured on Shark Tank and all this type of stuff, but like a little black boy.
What's going on in there?
He had a music conference too. Like Joe, bro, I just try to go, like learn from. It's gonna be a performance, bro. It's like it's gonna be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Time frame that we finna make.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Talk about some stuff. Like, if any, when you in your zone, like that's the one thing about studio. When you in the studio, like everybody want to be in there.
I get like, and you go hard on the song, your verse. Go
Like he could probably do something a little better than me together in writing. We had a writing.
Yeah.
He's got to be a ooh, every time. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Puth. You know what I'm saying?
Charlie.
Who he is, bro?
Southern,
I'm gonna
man.
tell you who he
in
is.
real life,
I'm gonna tell you who he. I want to think.
was one of my rapper.
Hold on.
One of my cousins on my father's side, which I was always like the main person to get the part in the play. Oh yeah. Say, see, yeah, I gotta get that car. I took it as an L. Done. Know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
hey, China one of the best for watching a music video.
Yeah, what we doing?
By the way, this my producer.
I really hear myself. Hey, I can't really.
Hey,
Hey baby, it's crazy. So said it's your body and I want it. Yeah, something like that.
Quincy
Something like
Thompson.
that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to sing in the microphone, nigga, out of pitch the whole time. Nigga be like, you don't know who that nigga